Hello everyone, welcome back to So What, the MGPES podcast. It's been a long time since I've done a proper episode. The last episode we recorded was in February, and it's now November. So yeah, I know the podcast has been pretty much been left to collect dust. But we are back now with semi-irregular episodes. We are not packed fully. But yes, it's almost like a catch-up and continuation of what we, as in the podcast, do. So in today's episode of So What, the MGPES podcast, we're going to talk about, once again, Spider-Man No Way From Home. Obviously, that film has been obviously full of rumours, speculation. Obviously, last time when we had talked about it was about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's return to the franchise. And at that time, it was we didn't know much information. But since then, we've had an official trailer. And we've obviously had multiple leaks from the film set, and which we can confirm are official because Sony took them down. And there's been audio footage, there's been video footage, there's been all sorts of pictures, all sorts that have been leaked, and even movie theatres have been using fan posters because they don't have anything to use to advertise a movie. Apart from the trailer. Obviously today and in the last few days we've had the first official film poster that has revealed a lot. We'll get onto that in a second. First of all, a bit of a catch up of what we've been doing since we were last here recording an episode of the MGPES podcast. So obviously MGPES as a whole has gone through a lot of ups and a lot of downs. Obviously, at the moment we're in a process of just trying to recreate ourselves and think about what our next steps are. One of my next things we're going to do is just try and help people grow in the media industry, especially in motorsport. And of course, help people develop as commentators. And also on that note, and what has taken up my time in the last over nearly a year. Well, actually, what's actually taken up my time has been commentating and being a voice of an organisation. So, obviously, I'm a motorsport fan, and I've always wanted to commentate, and obviously, I got the opportunity to commentate, and that's what I've been doing the last few months. I've been building my name up, been doing it for both Intercontinental Xbox Racing, which I've been in charge of for Twitch. Well, I can't say in charge, but I've been the one managing the Twitch, looking after it, updating everything, making it good, and also I've been doing commentary for Battle Central International, which is a selection of races where loads of organisations come together and do racing. So obviously I've been commentating, I've been doing that, and it's been such a big role. So obviously I have got into more and more sim racing since we last talked, and I'm now using a wheel, which I hadn't done previously. And I've been doing more and more racing leagues, become a commentator, just grown. I'm still. And I had an expectation in ACR, which was, I'll get a podium in the first season. I was proven so wrong the moment I entered the league. So, my record has a different story, and it's quite a funny one as well. And it's absolutely brilliant to see and watch. Let's talk about Spider-Man No Way From Home. So there's obviously been a lot which we talked about in two of the episodes earlier on in the year, and we had the trailer which came out, and a lot got revealed. Like Green Goblin was the unexpected one. We knew about Dr. Ock and Electro, and we obviously saw Dr. Octopus in the trailer, and we saw Lightning, which resembled Electro. We also saw Doctor Strange, because he's going to be like Peter Parker's mentor. But there wasn't a lot mentioned about there was no mention, obviously, of the previous Spider-Mans. However, to contradict this, there was a poster which was released by Sony to cinemas. This poster actually showed a Green Goblin in the background, which had a mask, which is going to be really interesting to see what happens in the film. And obviously, there's been audio. I recently heard it was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man saying Doc Ock in my universe died. I've also seen video footage of Andrew Garfield, which has been awesome to see. Obviously, Sony took it down. Obviously, filed a copyright complaint saying they had the right to. Fair play, they did. But it's like giving it away. That it's obvious about everything, and that's what makes all of this absolutely brilliant. I'm always going to be a massive Spider-Man fan, so I really can't wait to see what happens. Obviously, all the films that were put up on Netflix, obviously, are part of the deal. After the Netflix deal's done, all the films will go to Disney Plus. But not all the films were put on Netflix. What film was it? It was Spider-Man 2 that was not put on there, which is pretty weird to think about. Spider-Man 2 being Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, so that's pretty awesome to think about it like that. But yeah, the trailer revealed that obviously Peter Parker was like the world's most hated person, because of obviously what had happened with Mysterio, and obviously Mysterio put him out to be a villain, which is fair enough. It's how obviously everyone, like Peter's friends, all reacted. So that's the weird thing as well. But what also Venom? If the ending of Venom reveals Peter Parker. And obviously, with the reveal, it kind of links up with the fact that Sony's Marvel universe, in general, it's like it's Sony's Marvel universe. It's now going into the MCU. We're gonna have Vulture in Morbius. He's in the film. He was in the trailer. That trailer showed more Spider-Mans, references to Spider-Mans than we've had from No Way Home. What we got from No Way Home is all leaks, rumours, fake messages from the Sun. Never trust the Sun with anything, and I say that with my heart because the Sun are like the most. They will lie about everything, so don't trust the Sun. As well, and yeah. So that's another thing I was gonna say. Also. It's one of them things with Marvel, because if Spider-Man No Way From Home is not good, it could be well, hopefully it is good, but it could be damaging for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It could see the relationship between Sony and Disney end, because also Disney, the only thing Disney don't own in terms of Marvel universes is Spider-Man. They don't own a Spider-Man universe, and obviously since they don't own a Spider-Man universe, it means they don't have the rights. They also don't own full rights for Hulk, which is why we don't have a Hulk film, because Universal still have a full say on that film. As I'm trying to sim race here and talk about. So, also with Sony's Marvel Universe is that let's see what that is. So obviously, I'll tell something out. There's a lot of going on in the Marvel Universe. Obviously, a few films got delayed, but there's 3 films which I've seen. Well, 2 films at the moment. Being Black Widow, which was meant to come out last year, and Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. Black Widow was very good. Obviously, it was going back. Obviously, Black Widow in the present MCU universe obviously died in Endgame, so it's not. She obviously got. Obviously, obviously in terms of obviously female characters in the MCU, it was kind of important that she got her send off and had a film, because obviously she's, in terms of female characters and obviously heroes, Black Widow is also obviously the first female superhero in the Marvel Universe, in the cinematic universe, in the films. It's made the first appearance being in the Iron Man 2 film as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and then obviously starting to play a bigger role in, it was like she's been in mostly 2 out of 3 Captain America films. She was in the Avengers. And obviously played a big role, but it was nice to see she got a film going back to the backstory. And also, oh my god, Disney Plus is very on top of its TV shows it's making. And to be totally honest, I have never seen a streaming service to get shows absolutely spot on. Like the other Marvel TV cinematic shows made no sense. When I say no sense, obviously they got cancelled. But these Disney Plus ones, obviously, these are ones based on the movies. So we had Falcon and the Winter Soldier, absolutely brilliant, and so was WandaVision and Loki. WandaVision, obviously at the start made no sense, but as time went through, it made sense. Well, Falcon and Winter Soldier was an absolutely brilliant way to continue Captain America. Obviously, because of that, we're getting a film, basically a Captain America film about it, which is brilliant to see. We should also mention that Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings, obviously linking back to Iron Man 3, I should say. That was done absolutely perfectly, and as a Marvel fan, it was brilliant to see obviously Asian superheroes being represented. Like we saw it with Black Panther, how successful it was. Obviously, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, unfortunately, is banned in China, sadly, because of what the actors' political views are. It's sad that things like brilliant films that represent people get censored because of obviously leaders and what others think. And it's just one of them things. But moving back on Spider-Man, it's so many different possibilities could happen. It's like, what if that? And I just really can't wait to see it in December. And then me, Sabby and Hamza can all talk about it again. See, this is like a catch-up podcast. I've been doing the racing, I've been doing a lot of schoolwork, doing the commentating. If you get me on TikTok, it's a Dylan MI5TRY. I've been posting my commentary highlight clips on there, and they've been pretty good. I need to redo it. I've been trying, also my music. I'll be totally honest. It's been there's nothing recorded, and I don't think there ever will be anything recorded for a very long time. What is it? Because of obviously how things have gone out this year, and I've just not had that time to think about what about if we want to make music. I've just not been able to do that, so there has been no music recorded, unfortunately, but I hope to get something done soon, even if it's just a Christmas track out of all things. I would happily do a Christmas track because it's something I wouldn't mind. Obviously, Christmas tracks, people know, has never been my thing. I love to do a punk rock cover. Punk rock, obviously Mark Hoppus has recovered from catching cancer. Absolutely brilliant to see it. I do think we're having a more of a pop punk revival than we've ever had. I really cannot wait to see what happens. So, played everything. But there's been points where you think to yourself, is it going to really happen? And then it does. So, it's pretty cool. And yeah, see a lot more of them coming up, and there'll be a lot more stuff coming in another day, guys. And I think today that is it. So my name's Dimitri, and this was So What, the MGPES podcast. Ciao.